Whoop, whoop. What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Happy end of the weekend. Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. We're here. We're chilling. Doing a late night catch up on TNA Impact. Hope you guys are doing well. And he appears, I believe, in Brandon. What's up, Lab Rat? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. What a weekend, huh? Crazy shit going on everywhere. But let's escape into the world of the Impact Zone. Whoop, whoop. And hit play. Shit, I set this up bad. One sec, guys. I apologize. All right, there we go. It's Yeet Day on Sunday. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Gam Wolfers? Giggity, giggity. You know, Labret, I think we do have a crumble in the area. I'm pretty sure I picked up from them one time in DoorDash. We got revamped wrestling in the house. High, high, and high. Always a great state of mind to be in. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's hot. Damn, 101 in DC. Holy shit. Yeah, pal. Pinky's up.
Hey, what are you filming? What are you filming? What are you filming?
Damn.
Brother said you're the one who did it. Oh, is that what your brother said?
Ooh, I like this. I like how they end, like the ending of last week's opened up, like actually led into the opening of this week's show. This is cool. I dig this. Oh yeah, Kazarian throws his lit cigar at Ryan. Dude, this is a cool way to open the show. I like this. This is different and eye-catching. Nice revamped. Yeah. Dude, this is cool. Like they did, like they opened with the ending of last week's show, and then they went further with it. Like, that's cool. It's creative. I like it. Yeah, that was pretty neat. Like, that's kind of a hot way to open the show. What sucks is these were taped before the Rascals and Joe Hendry appeared on NXT last week. I think so, anyway. I did catch a little bit of this. Got another NXT crossover coming up right now. Here's my prediction for what happens with the Knockouts title. Jordan drops it to Ash by Elegance at Slammiversary. Ash by Elegance carries it to Bound for Glory. And Ash by Elegance drops it to Giselle Shaw. That's my prediction. You might see some NXT shenanigans in there. Yep. Like Daddy's Princess and kick her out. Whoop, whoop. We got Izzy Dane from NXT answering the challenge. They are. They've gotten a lot better. I mean, do they still have their, stuff they need to work on? Mistakes they're making? Yeah, absolutely. But at least they're trying. Like, I really feel like TNA is trying to do the best they can with what they got. I'm pretty sure Rascals are baby faces at this point now. After the Charlie Dempsey attack and then the reunion with Wes Lee on NXT. It's the concierge. Ooh, that could be, yeah. That's another crossover story. Santino, director of authority on TNA. His daughter's in NXT. Why are we not doing anything with that? Oh yeah, no doubt. And plus, you got to who TNA's doing their who owns the servers that TNA is doing their he has a streaming service from. Endeavor. It's Endeavor. Dude, that's creative. I like that. Okay, you got Ash, like you got the bottom left, like she pops up every once in a while and she's doing like FaceTiming from the Bahamas. I like that's cool. Yeah, agreed, Gam. You should definitely have like, okay, we got to get our TNA WWE writers together to make sure like keep the continuity. Like the WWE writers will let TNA know, hey, this is what we're doing. The TNA writers will let guy, okay, here's what we got going on. Okay, how do we mix it together and cross it over? Doing the size versus strength story. Like, is he trying to be like, well, I'm taller than you? Yeah, well, I'm stronger. #1 contenders triple threat match for the X Division title battle scene at Slammiversary for Mustafa Ali's backtracking in politics. Kushida versus Jonathan Gresham was awesome. Our director of authority, Santino Morale, understand as a plan
revealed tonight on Impact.
Planned main event is going to reveal later. Yeah, because I buy a ticket to a show to see a main event that's going to be announced on the show. Yeah, definitely. And I think this is Jordan kind of showing her skills as kind of like a ring general and a veteran, because she's very clearly like guiding, controlling, calling the match. She's putting herself in position. She's putting Izzy in position.
Face first into the post, and Jordan Grace taking to the personal concierge, stays where he is. Never know what kind of fast one the personal concierge and spot elegance can pull. It's making good use of the team, plus on the beautiful beach in the personal concierge. He's got nothing to do with it. He's really representative of your challenge, Jordan Grace. Rosemary. What is Sam L?
Agreed, for sure, Lab Rat. Now you got Rosemary going after the concierge. All right, at least they're continuing the angle with Ash and Rosemary. Get me Rosemary, pal. It's garbage. It's garbage. Rosemary and Dark Windy. That's another crossover they're missing the boat on. Why isn't Rosemary appearing in NXT at some point? A Falcon Arrow without a superplex? What the fuck? Ooh, that positioning was bad. It looked like Jordan's head almost landed on Izzy's ankle. Dude, that like toss over was all Jordan Grace's strength. Like they're like Izzy had no like little jump. She is very tall. Yeah, it does look pretty awkward, don't it? Yeah, that's true too.
For the juggernaut driver there, those long legs of Izzy Dane came into play, able to take down Grace.
Get me climate change, pal. It's going way, way too long. Ooh, that looked rough to get her into. That looked rough to hit. Yeah, that finish looked like it was about an inch or two from going wrong. Not a bad match, just a little on the long side. We got Santino.
Tonight's main event is going to be a wild card tag. 4 out of the 6 competitors participating in the Slammiversary World Title match are going to be drawn at random, and they're going to be facing each other in a wild card tag team match. Let's pick right now. Team number 1's first competitor is Josh Alessandro.
All right, so a wild card tag team match of 4 of the 6 people in the Slammiversary main event.
Facing the team up, Steve McLean. Steve McLean's partner is going to be none other than Moose. There you have it.
All right, that's not a bad main event. It's going to be Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry against Steve Macklin and Moose. Whoop, whoop. Here come them rascals. Yeah, pal, hit it. Such good shit, pal. Okay, they are showing the footage from NXT where the rascals showed up. That's cool. No quarter catch crew. That's almost as bad as New Catch Republic. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. NXT and TNA. Yeah, pal. I forgot your name. Dude, they're even putting over like NXT storylines on the commentary. Like they talked about how that one dude getting stuffed in the trunk. NXT and A, pal. Yeah. I mean, they could do a little bit more, just a little bit, but I think I mean, Joe Hendry's in the NXT main event, and he got the pin. I mean, do I think they could do a little bit more? Sure, but as far as like the overall, I think both sides are definitely benefiting. Both sides are definitely seeing benefits. Yeah, and you also got that whole feeling out process. Yeah, that'll be the time that pay-per-view actually lives up to its name. I mean, AJ Styles has had his first match outside of WWE in 8 years. When he did a match at Noah against Marufuji.
Trying to offer some support for Wentz on the outside. Wentz has shown he can hang here with Dempsey in every category. Takes him off his feet. Count exactly Wentz out. Dempsey dragging through. From Dempsey carried it over. That's the point of the elbow right to the spine. And now look at this continuing the attack on the left arm.
Yeah, for sure. Like, are we gonna see TNA interactions on the main roster, or is it purely NXT? I mean, if you had one guy on the WWE main roster that you would use for this, it's AJ Styles.
Dempsey's had a lot of success with that move in the past. I Wentz needed that one. Dempsey's
Yeah, moves for the main roster for show. It was Kazarian all along, pal. All right, more NXT crossover. I like this. We just finished the Charlie Dempsey Zachary Wentz match. Very true. That is very true, Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, good shit, guys.
You are looking at the most dominant faction in professional wrestling.
Next week, turn of Matt and Jeff. The Hardys. The Hardys are back in TNA. It is going to be an epic night for the system.
And the system has a list of accomplishments a mile long. But I can't wait to add the team that ended the legendary careers of Matt and Jeff Hardy. Before I get to tonight, I have to say, JDC, you've been pulling your weight around here.
That is correct. She is one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions alongside Masha Slamovich.
Match tonight, going against Josh Alexander, the longest reigning TNA World Champion. The guy I beat in 10 seconds for this title trip. And Joe. Steve Macklin, my partner, you just stay on my way and watch how I do things. And
All elite, pal.
The streets of Philadelphia on my own. I made sure to bring some backup. See, Rascals, I'm no fool. I've seen your matches. I know you like to cheat and steal all your wins. But I've learned a thing or two from watching your matches. I use your own tricks against you, and I'm proving why the no quarter catch.
I can agree with that revamp.
Professional wrestling. I wonder what's going to happen next. GCC, Bob Bone, Charlie Dixon, wherever y'all go, I go. NXT, TNA, we global, baby. Oh, you guys must be so proud of yourselves, huh?
Oh, they got their other buddy.
Well, I tell you what you've done. You've earned yourself a 6-man tag match. Next week, you three Son and Madans versus the Rascals. And I'm going to find a suitable partner for the Rascals. Somebody from our world knows your work. See you next week.
versus you and Santino's thinking Winston Miguel, who's going to be their partner up against the No Quarter Catch Crew next week. Right here on Impact.
Okay, that could be interesting. Who's the Rascals Mystery partner going to be? Who understands NXT? Was Myron Reed in NXT? Because he implied that it was somebody who's been in NXT before. Yeah, she does. She kind of does. I can see that.
Mike Bailey never earned that opportunity. He had the opportunity to do so tonight.
Yeah, Santino said it's somebody from our world who has experience in your world.
It was 2 weeks ago on TNA Impact that Kushida defeated Alan Angel.
Dark Gresham. Hey man, Fat Eddie got a lot of gas in that tank, let's just say. That's definitely a possibility for sure. Could be Macklin. Who else? It could be Wes Lee. Who knows? That's a kind of a wild card idea. Of course, he comes back as Desmond Xavier or Dez. EY, that's another one. Yeah, that's the only reason why I don't think it would be Macklin, because they just got done with an angle where they were doing something together, then the Rascals kind of bailed on him and attacked him. And that's kind of what led to Steve Macklin turning babyface. Burpee, burpee. This is going to be a ridiculous ass spot fest. Oh, that's another good one. Yeah, he fits that too. And and he's from Ohio, just like the Rascals. Yeah, that's not my pick. That's a good call, Revamped. I think it's Sami Callihan. He's not even really doing anything right now either. We got Sonic the Hedgehog joining us. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. Giggity, giggity. Get me Solomon Crow, pal. Yeah, TNA's got a lot. Has quite a bit of positive going for us. Just, they don't really have the best production, and they make a lot of mistakes, but their heart's there. They're trying. They're putting the effort in. OVE, pal. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Whoop, whoop.
Trying to get away from Gresham sitting down and single like Boston cracked Kushida might have no choice but to tap. But there's Speedball Mike Bailey. Leveling these kicks. Gresham for not willing to give up this trap. Gresham felt that one. Now they'll force to yield there.
Yeah, they still tried, man. They still tried. Man, I really, really felt TNA they were hit like early mid 09. Like it felt like, okay, we're finally like, we kind of reached our next level, and we're kind of hot and we're growing right now. Then the shit with Jarrett and Karen went down, and he got sent home. Then they brought in Hogan and Bischoff, and that's when it all went to shit. Oh, I have no doubt, like, she made those, like, great, great experiences.
Sincerely, hope Speedball Mike Bailey doesn't get sick from that exchange.
Andrew says he's ever been in that pressure. They're in this number one contender triple threat match. The exhibition
Figure 4 here by Christian. I bring back here on TNA Impact. This is a triple threat match. Christian gets his shoulders off the canvas.
That's awesome, Revamps. Man, one of my biggest regrets when it comes to being a wrestling fan was missing those early TNA shows when they first aired, like those Asylum years.
Santino Morello last week, and thus this number one contenders match to establish a new official number one contender for the X Division title comes from reverse.
Yeah, the Wednesday night shows. Yeah, pal. Those shows feature one of my favorite Dusty Rhodes promos. You see, when I pulled up to the venue, it's on the marquee, it says Pro Wrestling at 8 p.m. It does not say a midget beaten off in a trash can. Work hard. Try to make something of yourself. Try to be the world heavyweight champion and not that midget beaten off in the trash can. Dude, he was fun in TNA too. Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. When they were unopposed on Thursdays, they're doing like, 50%, 75% higher than that. That was kind of the problem. Like it took a chunk out of their numbers. What TNA really needed to do was they needed to continue to build, grow their brand, grow their awareness until, all right, we're now consistently averaging 3 million viewers a week, 3.5 million viewers a week unopposed. Okay, now we're ready to take it against, Raw.
Now Gresham once again finds himself in control.
Gresham taking his time. Bailey going first into the top turnbuckle. Oh, now Gresham. Oh, God. Gresham is summoning.
Kushida looks so damn stupid just standing there letting him do this shit. Oh, there we go. At least he's blocking it. In a weird way, the Green Mist is a logical counter to that. At least in wrestling logic. Not a bad. This wasn't a horrible match. This wasn't horrible. This wasn't bad, but just very, very clearly choreographed. Like very little felt organic and natural. Especially that finish. Like that finish was very like they probably rehearsed that earlier in the day. Clearly. Dude, wrestling, bro. It's wrestling, bro. Like wrestling, in a weird way, wrestling operates on its own like brand of logic, and people just accept it. Yeah, which I agree. It's a nice gimmick. It helps get Gresham over, helps get his whole thing over. Right, exactly. I'll give credit. That dude got the air to make sure that he could clear and make that flip. So I will give Bailey all the credit in the world for at least making sure he got enough air that he could clear and land it safely. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like that dude's got some insane athleticism. You know it's on tonight and my hips don't lie. Whoop, whoop. Close to halfway through the show. Probably going to be hitting the, got to go to part 2 here in a second.
With the millennial man, I resigned myself to the fact that maybe true love just wasn't for me. And then you found me.
Steph DeLander and PCO package.
I found you working in the holes of the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, but that's okay. I actually thought it was kind of sweet. No one had cared for me like that before. No one looked out for me like you do.
Yeah, but you know what that means, though, right?
Strange everywhere I turned. You were there.
As soon as Matt Cardona comes back, that's his first feud, him and PCO over Steph.
You just have to open your eyes and see it. And when you're a catch like me, sometimes there's a few old flames hanging on to what could have been. So I need to go home now, back to Australia, and tie up those loose ends. I'm serious about this. And I just have one question for you. Will you wait for me? Tu et moi, pour toujours. With love, your Stephanie.
Yeah, agreed. But if they lean into it, I'm like, okay, we realize this is ridiculous and stupid, so let's make it as ridiculous and stupid as possible. And the PCO and Steph lean into it. It'd be one of those things where it's so bad that it's entertaining. Oui, oui, monsieur. Whoop, whoop. Giggity. Let's check something real quick, yeah. All right, this is just a rundown and the entrances for the next match. We're going to exit this part. All right, we got Rhino in the ring now. That's exactly where you go with that. Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona versus PCO and Steph DeLander. That's exactly where you go with that. Yeah, like it's predictable. You know what's going to happen, but it's kind of like I remember I was listening to I was watching an episode of South Park, and I turned the commentary on, and they were talking about how like Pixar has perfected okay, you know how the story is going to end and what's going to happen, but they make the journey there so fun and entertaining and enjoyable, and that's kind of what they've adopted.
And luckily for you, I'm a benevolent champion. I'm a fighting champion. And I'm going to give you a shot at my championships, Rhino. And at the end of that match, just like all the other white rhinos in the world, you're going to be extinct. Almost as extinct as the chance that the Phillies actually win the World Series.
Oh, thank you.
I like that line that AJ Francis threw in there. Like, you're about to become extinct like the rest of the white rhinos. Of course, this is just to put, AJ Francis over, give him, a credible win over an ECW guy in Philadelphia in the 2300 arena. That's a fast DQ. Holy shit. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Dude, AJ Francis has really stepped it up. Like, dude, this guy's good. I love watching him. I heard that too. Absolutely.
Forgetting where you are.
It's going to turn into Rhino. It's going to turn into AJ Francis and Rich Swann versus Rhino and Tommy Dreamer. I haven't seen this. I'm just predicting that.
This match is going to continue right now, but let me tell you this. It's going to be a Philadelphia street fight.
Or restart as Philadelphia Street Fight. Okay, that's cool too. That works. Again, this is more like this is house show stuff, not TV. House show. Not bad content, but it's not TV content. This is what you do to pop the crowd. Street fight, pal. I honestly don't know, Sonic. Because I've been messing with it, trying it, and every time I try to go back to it, it's like I go to my StreamYard setup, I go to my Streamlabs OBS. I just keep running into issues. I think my problem is I need to get a new headset. Problem is I'm way too broke for a new headset. But I think I should be able to get new one this week. Try to get stuff figured out and hopefully get something going by the end of the week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So does that mean Steph DeLander's now undead too? True. It kind of was Canada Spaceman, but at the same time, though, They didn't really have much of a choice.
It's illegal. It's illegal, Tom. That's what you get in your precious Philly street fight. Well, now it's official. Francis has to defend both the TNA Digital Media title and the International Heavyweight Wrestling title against the French Canadian Frankenstein.
I could see them putting PC over for that, simply because like that one Canadian belt on the line and he never held it and it actually means something to him. I could see them flipping it just to, to make him, just for him. Or that's where you bring Cardona back to screw him over. Well, when you're in Philly, of course. Okay, that makes sense. Like, he wins it, and then it's Cardona who cost him it. Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense. That you get more. Okay, I like that idea a lot better. You get more out of it that way. I like that name for a move, a down payment. Nah, I have not played WoW in a long time. Let's just say there is some shit that went down between me and my guild I don't really want to get into, but that's why I don't play it anymore. You always bring barbed wire in Philly. Absolutely. Have him bring the belt to NXT for sure. Get it more exposure. Slammiversary sold out. Big eats to that. Whoop, whoop. Congrats, TNA. Happy for you guys. Oh, shit. Dumpster full of light tubes, pal. Yeah, shit's got really weird, pal. Definitely, for sure. The winds, they are a-changing. Right, and as a kid, you don't know that. You just see like, oh, light tube, let's have fun busting them and smashing them because that's, it's fun.
Steel's attacking shot. Steel's trying to gain the advantage, but what a match even begins. Josh Steel's somebody who's kind of being overlooked as well. Again, somebody who once stood atop this division. Wants to rise there again. Hayes brings about trying to control the situation. Checking on
Tasha Steel's the greatest who beat the greatest. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, if TNA in 2024 is selling out a 4,000 seat venue, I'm calling that a success.
kick out by Shaw. Was the greatest. Who beat the greatest?
Chinlock, pal.
James to win her first Knockouts World title. Let's get back to that glory yet again. And her solo big 40s Slammiversary 1 week away.
Exactly, revamped. 4,000 is better than no 1,000. And it's still a sellout. It's still a sellout, pal. Whoop, whoop.
All the fancy wrestling in the world. Connor Owen kick out by Shaw. And as we learned earlier on tonight, TNA Wrestling is going to be a part of the 12th annual WrestleCade event in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on Thanksgiving weekend. Friday, November 29th, will be live on TNA Plus for Turning Point. Tickets go on sale on Thursday, July 25th at WrestleCade.com. Drops Connor. And Shaw kicks out.
That would be nice. That would be very nice to see if TNA could pull that off. Dude, you know what? If you did if it was a TNA NXT crossover show, I think they could. I really think they could. And it was built. I think they could.
TNA World Championship at Slammiversary. It's Alexander and Hendry against the world champion Moose and Steve.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy to say that they have. Because ECW was originally Eastern Championship Wrestling in the early 90s. You know, so early 90s, 01. You know, what, 10 years at best? And then WCW in its official form was like, what, 87, 88, 89? Went out of business in 01, 12 years. TNA's been around for 22.
All the ability in the world between the ropes. In my opinion, it's just a matter of time until she becomes a champion in this company. Winning this match tonight and continue. Oh! Steals connected with a kick to the head off of the top. Let's go for the Bulldog.
Roxanne Perez. That's who I'd cross over. Roxanne Perez. She's been there before. In fact, that was who dropped the AAA Reina de Reinas championship to Deonna Purrazzo to make her the champ and start her champ challenge. When Roxanne was called Rox C.
Tasha steals there, catches her again. Steals one of the cutter. Face first. Short beat out.
I mean, technically, yes, they are. They are owned by a Canadian company. But I want to say, like, I think their offices, like their main offices, are still in Nashville. That could be an interesting match. Ivy Nile and Jordan Grace. Yeah, but is that the Anthem headquarters or is it the TNA headquarters? Because it's Anthem that owns TNA. Let's go look that up real quick.
Like, I had that. If it wasn't for her interrupting, I would have had that win. So next week, I will get back at Alicia Edwards and I will get my revenge. actually, while I have you here, earlier tonight we saw PCO make his return. As for Steph DeLander, I know you two have gotten pretty close recently. Have you talked to her? Is she going to be able to come back after that heinous attack by First Class?
Well, let's see. According to Wikipedia,
She is one of the strongest women.
the Anthem Sports and Entertainment headquarters is in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And the TNA headquarters is still located in Nashville, Tennessee. That's just Wikipedia. Nelson Martinez Jr. in the house. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Giggity, giggity. I wouldn't call that so much of a conspiracy thing as much as like, you know, hey, a venue that we can go to. Get me Zaya Brookside, pal. Yeah, and to be fair, I think Anthem kind of realized, hey, keeping one of our assets in an American state known for lower taxes and make it cheaper for us instead of bringing it back to Canada. Yeah, let's do that. This is the most current episode. This is the latest episode of TNA Impact. We are currently, this is ABC, this is Chris Bay versus JDC. We're watching Chris Bay make his way to the ring with Ace Austin with him. Whoop, whoop. He's very dirty. That damn dirty dango.
A victory here shutting down ABC's Chris Bay could just help that cause. We'll see what happens here. JDC has become the higher muscle, it seems, for the system. Not officially a part of the system, however. And look at this.
Whoop, whoop.
Curtis. Chris Bay coming to Curtis trying to stand his ground here. Whoa, Curtis. Just away from
Dude, that was some great entertaining stuff from back in the day. That shit was so funny. Flip, flip, Flipadelphia. Flip, flip, Flipadelphia. It's Always Sunny reference, if you don't get it.
left-hand shots here by Chris Bay. JDC trying to bring a little space and down goes Curtis. Cover. Look to the lane here and a kick out. Paying homage to ECW legend Rob Van Dam as we are in the 2300 Arena here in Philadelphia. Push the pace off of the ropes. JDC calling it the perfect moment. I'm about to say, they're not done yet, but he's very much done for now, courtesy of JDC. He's also trying to check on Chris Bay. This is what Johnny Dango Curtis is capable of now that he's with the system. He realizes that it is everything.
The longest running live action comedy show in history. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, pal. Whoop, whoop.
It's a long, long time. We know what Brandon Edwards. Hell, turning it into 11. That's a dangerous man. JDC in control against Chris.
The wrestling's been pretty decent so far tonight.
The tag team champions, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, and also one of the knockouts world tag team champions, Alicia Edwards. The system will defend those titles next week against Matt and Jeff Hardy, and if somehow they get past the Hardys, the ABC will be awaiting whomever are the champions for their contractual rematch at Slammiversary. The ABC tried to get into Myers' business. It was JDC who stepped in between things, which led to this matchup here. So maybe the ABC will learn to keep their nose where it belongs. I think the ABC understand their business is with the TNA World Tag Team Championships and the system that are worried about them. And system, the champions, pretty much everything. They get to call the shots. Jawbreaker there by Bay. JDC rushes in face first into the top turnbuckle. And now look at Bay. Bay with an opening here. Dodging and moving and now swinging wildly. Dropping JDC center of the ring. Here's a huge opening for Bay.
Trust the system, pal. Yeah.
Corner. Oh, the back of the head.
Rolling neck breaker, pal. Yeah, he could throw a good chop. System. Trust the system, pal. We got Winnie the Pooh in the house wanting the United States of America to acknowledge you. Yes, we acknowledge the fact that you look like Winnie the fucking Pooh, pal. How are those Uyghur Muslims doing there, pal?
You can chant, you can cry, you can whine all you want. The system still works.
Yeah, put on some pants, pal. Yeah, I like that. It's different. I like they're using this footage to hype the Hardys in the system. Yeah, for sure. I believe in you. Oh, we're going right into this main event, pal. Oh, yeah, that's right. They do. I forgot about that. Get me yellow ropes, pal.
But can he capitalize on all the funds, the hype, the momentum, and capture the TNA World Championships in Montreal live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus?
Dude, I really think the WWE kind of like, okay, we recognize how talented and how much charisma that Joe Hendry has. We got to take the slow route with him. We got to do the simmer, slow build with him. Like, it would not surprise me. Joe Hendry. That's who's benefited the most. Joe Hendry.
What it would mean for Josh Alexander to recapture the TNA World title in his home country of Canada. I'm sure his alma mater will want to weapon as we approach that momentous occasion. Alexander and Hendry, partners.
Whoop, whoop.
Interesting teams. Selected time.
Oh, dude. Joe Hendry would have gotten those in the Attitude Era. Remember the Austin middle? I remember the foam Austin middle fingers and the foam rock hands of the Rock doing like the Just Bring It thing. I see Hendry and Alexander going over after dissension between Moose and Macklin because Macklin's trying to go in babyface. Yeah, HBK definitely seems like a Joe Hendry fan. We got Liz in the house. Yeah, if TNA sold out 4,000 seats for Slammiversary, their biggest sellout, yeah, a decade. So it's definitely doing them, it's definitely helping them out. Get me brunette Aubrey, pal. Oh, dude, fucking love Moose, pal. Like, this is a dude. Moose could, like, you could put Moose in the WWE main roster main event, and he'd fit right in, and you wouldn't think anything different. That is awesome sauce. If you're logging into TikTok and you can't, and you're just you can't not see Joe Hendry, you're doing well. Moose.
You didn't think we were just going to start the match without hearing what Joe Hendry had to say, did you?
All right, let's get into Joe Hendry promo. So we got that.
Tonight, you have Dancing Moose.
Dude, I actually watched the show that Moose debuted for TNA. What was it? He was introduced by Mike Bennett as his buddy. Well, yeah, who doesn't want to be best friends with Moose?
That's what you'll be doing, but what all of Philadelphia will be doing.
Matchup about to get underway. A preview of the main event of Slammiversary in Montreal.
Wow.
That's the music of the king, Tom. Frankie Kazarian also a part of the field.
Dude, that's great to hear. Like, if a company like TNA is showing, improved numbers, they're growing attendance, they're growing ratings, dude, that's only good for the wrestling business. That's only good for the wrestling business. And Nelson Mandela, Spaceman. that looks like Frankie Kazarian, I think.
This match is officially underway. Interrupted by Frankie Kazarian. You're not going to stop this match. No, we're not. The king is getting ready. Comfy, baby.
Yeah, I can definitely see WWE like trying to boost TNA just to get it over AEW just out of spite. Dude, yeah. He doesn't age. Like, he looks as good as he did like 20 years ago.
Slammiversary remains uncertain. I did what I spent a lot of time not doing that. Now it's about Frankie Kazarian. It's about achieving TNA.
It's a suburb of Philadelphia. Nice, very nice, Liz. Glad to hear that. Whoop, whoop.
The only reason these guys are here is because of me. I came back and I saved this company. I do everything I do because I love TNA. Shades of Victory Road 2023. Alexander, one of the best rivalries in the last few years in this company. If I'm being honest, these are some.
Ooh, okay, here's my prediction for how this match goes down. Alexander and Hendry going over after dissension between Macklin and Moose that involves Frankie Kazarian getting involved in attacking Macklin. Because they're obviously going face with Macklin. And that would be a nice feud for him to have. Macklin and Kazarian with Macklin as a babyface. I think that would work. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, if Speed is getting better numbers than AEW, that's when like Tony Khan needs to be like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? We need to change. Yeah, AEW lol. No more TNA lol. It's AEW lol. Yeah, Moose actually cares about the business and it cares about his spot in it. For sure. Like, he ain't gonna look bad at all. Like, watching the way he built himself up and got in like even like more ridiculous shape than he already was in, leading up into Hard to Kill on the TNA relaunch. Like, you kind of like that was kind of a giveaway. Okay, Moose is getting the belt.
I did what I had to do. How great is it that as we celebrate TNA, we'll have the finest moments on the other side of the TNA World Champion. How big Mr. Motivation himself needs extra motivation. Joe Henry is a strong there's no doubt about it. His physical assets. It's a cover. Kick out by Moose. But Frankie, you've had recent runs with Joe.
And it's not surprising to see why, if that report that came out is true about how they're spending $106 million a year just in payroll for talent. Bro, that's worse than WCW ever was. Neither did I. That's interesting. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, agreed. It's dumb, but, none of us are, wrestling nerds who were born into billions and had billions handed to us so we could just start our own wrestling company and treat human beings like action figures, and losses don't mean shit 'cause there's a drop in the buckets. We got billions to cover it. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. You can make that money, like you can make those losses back as a tax write-off, or at least offset them decent enough. Yeah, just in case I might have been muted during that. Dude, cameras following Tony Khan around and just filming him, that would be so damn entertaining. Ooh, that's a nice mention. Get me Pepsi, pal. I'm in the Frankie Kazarian business, pal. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. We're shooting up in here, pal. Get me Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain. Whoop, whoop. Giggity. Coco, pal. Dude, south of the border, Pepsi and Coke with real sugar is fucking delicious. I was lucky enough to have it one time when I went to Mexico to wrestle. Like I had like pure sugar Mexican Pepsi. That shit was fucking delicious. Best soda I ever fucking had. Whoop, whoop. Deuce, get Michael Hayes. We're going to Cocaine Hotel, pal. That real sugar, the real cane sugar, not that factory produced shit with all the additives and all that other nonsense in it. Welcome to the Hotel Cocaina. There's always time for a smoke. Whoop, whoop. As I take hits from the bong. Yeah, pal. With all the stuff you want in it. Dude, no matter how hard I tried, even when I was wrestling, I could never do a kip up on my own. I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just couldn't. Whoop, whoop. Montreal, pal. My actual in-ring wrestling career was about 7 years. And I trained for 3 years about off and on. Yeah, this has been a nice, like, as far as a wrestling match goes, this has been a good match. I'm with you. It's just, this is not a TV match. This is a house show match. Not 1987 anymore, pal. That was not a bad finish either. I will say, if they're planning on turning Josh Alexander heel, that's not a bad finish. Dude, and I thought this finish, dude, that sets up like Macklin as a nice babyface challenger for Moose. No, I like that. I thought that was a decent finish. Like, it got, business across several stories and several characters. So, yeah, good shit, gang. That wasn't, obviously, I thought we could have had a little bit more, on the entertainment, character, story, angle build side. But as far as the show goes, if I paid a ticket to go watch that show live, I'm not going to complain. I thought it was a fun show. All righty, guys. I think we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out. Always enjoy chilling and chatting with you guys. We're going to be back tomorrow night with the Raw Watch-Along, followed by Impact Attack. And then let's see. And then on Tuesday, we're going to do an NXT Watch-Along. And then Wednesday night, we're back with the AEW Dynamite Watch-Along. And then Friday night, SmackDown Live Watch-Along. So we're doing it there, guys. We got a busy week. Hope to see you then. Oh, yeah, and we're going to be doing, it will be a late start. I apologize, guys. It will be a late start, but we're going to do a Slammiversary watch-along as well. Not sure how long we're going to be in there, but we'll do it. We'll see you then. Much love to you guys. Whoop, whoop. See you tomorrow. Giggity, giggity.